whether it is implementation or execution, right? Both needs to be equally faster or even more faster, I would say. So once the decision is taken, implementation cannot take like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years time.
Right.
The decision needs to show up result in a very, very short time, right? 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, right? So, and once you implement, the execution needs to show up that result. It should immediately impact your KPIs.
GCCs are already evolving in India across a lot of cities. How do you view the next few years?
The last 1 decade is of a tech-enabled startup.
Correct.
Right? So how they have driven the value is based on the innovation, right? Whether it is 10-minute grocery delivery, right? So probably 10-minute grocery delivery may not be possible in US, but it's possible in India because you have surplus labor available.
Hi, you're watching The Mainstream and we are in Delhi at the GCC Converge Summit and Awards brought to you by The Mainstream, presented by Airtel Business. Today I have with me Mr. Dharmender Chhabra from EXL. Firstly, sir, thank you so much for joining us and being a part of the summit. Well, let's lead with your experience first. We have a gathering of GCC leaders today under one roof, discussions around, how fast this industry is evolving. Can you throw some light on how you as a leader are able to view this industry and what has been your experience so far?
So thank you very much for a very insightful session you have organized, and we see a lot of insightful discussion happening. Quite industry relevant topics we are talking about, and I think this was a very good platform. I think even the organization is very good. So good to be part of this forum for a couple of hours, but very insightful.
Thank you once again. That being said, a lot of discussions today have revolved around how GCC ecosystem is kind of, picking up, how it is evolving as an industry. Can you throw some light on how you view this industry and what has been some of the significant changes that you have observed?
Sure. So I joined EXL in 2000. Okay, so I have spent 25 years with the company. And in 2000, this was a kind of a new startup industry. Okay, and today it is fully matured and competitive industry. And over a period of 25 years, it has transformed significantly, right? So, but the kind of transformation we are seeing in last 2 to 3 years, there is a significant rapid change in this industry.
Right.
So the speed of doing the business or changing the business have significantly increased. So if I look at the sessions happening here, everyone is talking about technology, right? Whether in HR, whether in logistics, whether in running the operations, everywhere there's a digital AI tools, technology. One of the very important point I want to bring is the speed of taking decision and execution have gone up significantly. You cannot take too much time to take decision. You cannot take too much time to think about it, and you cannot take time for implementation.
Right.
So everything has become instant. So similar to instant noodles or instant messaging, business is also changing, right?
Right.
You need an instant communication.
Correct.
Right? So earlier, if there is a proposal which go to the management, it will take 3 to 6 months or 9 months to take that decision. That liberty is gone. Right. So the decision making needs to be very fast, whatever, whether in terms of technology, in terms of operations, in terms of deciding about the strategy, the decision making needs to be very, very fast.
Correct.
Right. And then once the decision making is done, right, whether it is implementation or execution, right, both needs to be equally faster or even more faster, I would say. So once the decision is taken, implementation cannot take like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years time.
Right.
The decision needs to show up result in a very, very short time, like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, right? So, and once you implement, the execution needs to show up that result. It should immediately impact your KPIs.
Correct.
So that is a very rapid change happened, especially in last 2 to 3 years, right? If we are saying we have to deploy bots, if we have to use AI, if we have to use Gen AI, if we have to use machine learning, whatever solution you decide to implement, that solution needs to be implemented very, very quickly. Because if you take like say 2 years, then maybe after 2 years this solution will be obsolete. You have to take a decision, say day 1, implement in day 15, 30, 45, and show results. It should impact your KPIs positively. If you are not able to impact the KPIs positively, the project is never approved. So the speed at anything, whether you want to hire, like if we are saying we need to hire digital resources, and you have to think out of the box, right? If the people with the digital capability not available in India, hire it anywhere in the world. People can sit in Ireland and work for Indian company, right? Or someone sitting in a remote location, right? So whether you want to hire, whether you want to, so one of the person was talking about deploying AI or bots for even interviews, right? For screening. So technology is moving so fast. You decide fast, implement faster, and execute much faster.
Right.
That's become the corporate life.
Absolutely. I think very well said and rightly said. So, Mr. Chhabra. And lastly, what has been one, when we talk about the future today, GCCs are already evolving in India across a lot of cities. How do you view the next few years when we talk about technology, innovation, growth, and, having an overarching theme?
In developing countries, always innovation was a focus. I think that culture has come to India significantly.
Right.
With lot of startups growing up in last 10 years, 15 years, right? If we can say, look at our last 1 decade is of a tech-enabled startup.
Correct.
Right? So how they have driven the value is based on the innovation, right? Whether it is 10-minute grocery delivery, right? So probably 10-minute grocery delivery may not be possible in US, but it's possible in India because you have surplus labor available, right? So whether I need a water bottle and something can be delivered in 10 minutes, that excites me more than walking down and buying it from the shop. So similarly, I think businesses have changed, they have become tech-enabled, and innovation has become a key. Even in India, right, in last 10 to 15 years, if you see top new startups, they are tech-driven startups. They have done some kind of innovation, whether it is Urban Clap, whether it is Lenskart, whether whichever successful branding, product, services you have seen in last 10 to 15 years, they have brought innovation to India.
Right.
So innovation has become key focus, especially for GCC, right, where you have to compete with the world, right? So then you have to look at the speed, the way the Western world or developed countries, you have to make sure you are also innovating.
Right.
So it is not about your bringing own value, but also bringing value to your customers.
Right.
Or customers, right? Ultimate, let's assume if GCC is servicing us, say a bank, right? So while GCC can bring value to the bank, but we have to step forward and see whether the customers or banks are also getting more value.
Correct.
And everything faster. Sorry, I am repeating this word again and again, but this is coming out of an experience from last 25 years. We have seen a time where we used to take time, take decisions, like deciding about a platform used to take like 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. Then you take a decision, then you implement, but that's it. So that period is over.
Rightly said. So I think value creation and speed, both, scalability, speed and value creation has been the core of GCCs today, right? From what we see, compared to the past
so
few
data
years.
has become very important.
Absolutely.
Right? So whether you are collecting data for customers, how you are analyzing that data,
Correct.
right? So if there's a 10-minute delivery app who is providing you food,
right,
they have that powerful data that I am eating more of a Maggie and you are eating more of other kind of eatables. So they have that kind of a data analytics where they can push what they want to sell it to me versus what they want to sell it to you.
Absolutely, right? Absolutely.
So that data has become very important, but then need to create capability to use that data effectively and again faster, instant, right? If I have purchased, if I have done a Google search now, then within 10 minutes, the advertisement needs to be pushed for that particular product or service.
Right.
If it is like after 10 days, it's of no use.
Correct.
because by that time I would have already purchased that service or product.
Absolutely.
Right? So it has to be real time.
Absolutely. I think, like you said, so the relevance of time and the ability to actually serve to your, your customer or your client has become very significant. On those lines, thank you so much, Mr. Chhabra, for sharing your insights and joining us. While we wrap up, I certainly look forward to connect with you again.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.